When did you start really getting involved with civil rights movements?
Oh, that was way when I was grown and I married. I moved over at Riverside on Jefferson Street. And I passed the house all the time. I passed the church. And I'd gone out to my wife's home out here on the other side of hers. They call it Mosier Valley, a little black community. And we passed by this house. And finally, they put a sign out in front for sale. So one day, I said, well, let's see if we can't buy this house. We stopped by there. It was a black-white community. And the man was real nice, was selling. He worked for Merchant's Freight Line. And I asked him if he'd sell it to me. He said, I'll sell it to anybody got some money. So he sold it to me. So it went down, got it all fixed, and was so poor, we just had enough to pay down on it. And he paid what you call a second note. And we did it like that, and he taken the contract. Well, moved in there on Labor Day, I think. Was it Labor Day? Yeah, I think it was Labor Day. Yeah. Moved in on Labor Day. And I was working for a company called Blue Tag, but it was, what was the name of that thing? Anyway, it was Blue Tag Feed and Seed. I can't think of the real name right now. So I borrowed their truck over the weekend to move. But think nothing about it. Had worked, driving the truck, buying a home, had money to buy it, so we bought it. Well, we moved in, and the white people started migrating, just from everywhere. The street just piled with them. And then they went calling you nigger, nigger this, nigger that. Well, we hadn't done nothing to nobody but bought a house. So we was unloading up stuff, carrying it in the house, carrying it back and forth in the house. They just picking at us all kind of way. So got through with the moving. So a fellow around the block, he cheered it. Gonna make us move. Because we didn't have no business over there. Need no niggas over here. So he said, Lloyd, don't you want to move out of here? You don't want to cause no trouble? I said, what are you talking about? I ain't cause no trouble. I bought this house. It's my house. No, it ain't none of your house. It's a white community. You ain't supposed to be in here. I might not most be in here, but I bought it. So they tried to make me move. All the dignitaries uptown, big shots, up in the Fort Worth National Bank, they had a meeting with me. Big, long table along this across this road.
Do you remember any of their names?
I don't want to call them names. But anyway, they had a big meeting. And I think the mayor chaired it. So they asked me, well, Lloyd, don't you want to move out of this place and have peace? I said, what do you mean? I got peace. I ain't calling nobody no trouble. I'm paying for this. I bought it. How come I can't have it? Well, you called in trouble, you know, and you out there in that white community and blah, blah, blah. I thought we called this America. Well, I ain't moving nowhere. So finally, the chairman said, well, this nigga, you heard what he said. This meeting is adjourned. It's all right with me, because I ain't moving. So they all dismissed, went on by their way. I didn't move. So they kept picking at me. The white people did. So one day I was sitting in the living room, they talking about burning my house down. So I said to my wife, I said, well, Macy, I think I had enough of this. I don't think I can handle no more of this. I said, I'm gonna hurt me somebody. So I had a rifle, still got it. 22 rifle, holds 13 pump. So I went in there and raised the window, and the street was like that, packed. I shot out that window. I just raised up high enough to shoot out. Bam! Everybody was running and jumping and going, and there was a man had a 55 Chevrolet. He lived way out here in TCU somewhere. His son was over there coming to see his girlfriend. He didn't have no business over there, but anyway, the bullet ricocheted off the front of his car. Didn't hit nobody. It hit the front of his car and ricocheted. Well, then he says, over there in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, that we're going to run this nigga out of here. He hit my car. Well, I wrote me up. Jason story the same thing. He didn't have no business over here. And if he want to do something about what I hit, let him go with it. Because I ain't